What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another video in the VGC 2020 series where I show you guys the #1 team in the world. This team is made by a little guy called Vizually, one of the best content creators on YouTube and Twitch for Pokemon content. He plays a ton of singles, a ton of doubles, and he graced us with this rental code of the team that he used to get to the #1 spot in the world. He actually beat me to get, like, I think one of the best spots. Like, I was actually laddering, and I took a hard L to this humongous G-Max Duraludon team. You guys might have actually seen this series on the channel before. I've done it with Sejun's team. I've done it with the big Togekiss Excadrill, the big Jellicent. I've done it with a lot of different teams, and I always title the video like the #1 team in the world. And so I think it's a really good idea to always check what teams get to the #1 spot so you can familiarize yourself with them. Like, using the teams, finding their strengths, helps you find their weaknesses. So hopefully by learning how to play this team, you'll hopefully know where to hit it where it hurts, what things you guys can be doing in your games to make your matchups versus these type of teams, since they are very, very popular, since they are the ones influencing the meta. You know, I'm giving you guys a little bit of an insight into, you know, maybe how to take those down. So we're gonna be playing a few games with this team. This team uses Sirfetch'd, Dracovish, Duraludon, Melodic, Whimsicott, and T-Tar. It's super, super good. Like I said, it uses a weakness policy G-Max Duraludon that gets enabled by an Assault Vest Melodic. I think it's actually super, super nice. The Melodic outspeeds the Duraludon and goes for bulldozes. That was a mechanic that I was using way back in Season 1 of Sword and Shield with Arcanine Duraludon, using bulldoze to enable the weakness policy. It still works today. It's great at dismantling Trick Room setters because Duraludon's Stalwart ignores redirection. I think, like I'm going to talk about a lot in this video, I'm sure. Redirection is the name of the game in the VGC 2020 format. You know, redirecting them away from your Maxmon, redirecting them away from your speed control, redirecting them away from your combo enabler. I think it's super, super important, and it makes Pokemon like Duraludon and other AoE moves like Muddy Water, Earthquake, Rock Slide, it makes all those moves super, super good. So hopefully you guys like this team. Hopefully you guys are excited about the DLC, guys. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, and that is, are you looking forward to the DLC? It's going to be coming out relatively soon, right? And I want to know what Pokemon you want to see me make a dedicated team building video for once the DLC drops. I guess the Pokemon that gets the most votes, that might actually be one of the first videos we make for the Isle of Armor. So guys, let me know what Pokemon you want to see me build around. You guys can pick literally anything. I hope you guys pick stuff that might actually be, you know, that might actually appeal to a wider audience. Like, I know a lot of people like, I want to see you build around Snom. I don't really want to build around Snom. Maybe you guys pick something that's actually a returning Pokemon. I know Kingdra's a pretty popular one. Politoed's one people want to see me build around. You know, we can pick a lot of rain Pokemon, but I'm delaying the inevitable. Let's get right on these games, and we're going to show you guys how to play the current #1 team in the world. Here we go. Alright, so we're going up into our very first game. We see Dragapult, Togekiss, Rhyperior, Conkeldurr, Dusclops, Ferrothorn. Very, very standard core. You see, the first thing you always want to check for is redirection. The next thing you want to check for usually is speed control. And so we see a little bit of Trick Room on the Dusclops. We see redirection through Follow Me Togekiss. We see potential for Airstreams on Togekiss and Dragapult. After that, we don't really see any Intimidators. So how do we really want to make this work? I think Duraludon is a very, very good Pokemon in the situation. Good matchup versus a lot of those things. And then there are the things like the Ferrothorn and the Rhyperior that we have to check. Let's see. Do I really want to go with like a Tailwind set? Or do I really want to go with something else? Because I don't really know if I can one-shot that Whimsicott. I think I'm actually going to go for like a Bulldoze play. I think I'm going to go Melodic. What is it, this thing? I think I'm going to go Melodic, pop the Bulldoze, activate the Weakness Policy, one of the old school amazing combos that we used back early on at the start of the season. It's still seeing play today, even on the #1 team in the world. What do you want to bring them back? I think we need to bring checks for Dragapult, potentially. We do need to bring a check for the Ferrothorn, so we'll bring Sirfetch'd. And then we need one more Pokemon. I think T-Tar is okay, but I'm really afraid of the Conkeldurr. So I'm going to bring the Dracovish. Dracovish can technically outrage a Dragapult if it's his last Mon. It can, you know, Vicious Ren still does a lot of stuff, guys. Vicious Ren does a lot of damage. It does quite a lot of damage, and especially if the Dragapult's not Dynamaxed. I think that T-Tar might be the safer play, but you know he's bringing Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr's good versus Duraludon. It's good versus our T-Tar. It's good versus our team overall, and so I really think it's smart to just, you know, bring a Pokemon that can not auto-lose the Conk. So let's see, are you going to be self-policy procking? That is the question. Are you going to be self-policy procking? He's going to scout our items up. He knows exactly what we're working with here. I'm thinking about just maxing and going after the Dragapult with my Melodic. Would that really work? Do you guys think he's actually just going to nuke my Duraludon? Or is he just going to switch out Dragapult for Rhyperior? You know what? I'm going to try that. If that works, that's so rad. Because I actually think he might just switch out or U-turn the Dragapult in and bring in the Rhyperior and set TR. Like, hoping, or maybe just, like, do something with Dragapult, let that thing go down, and bring in the Rhyperior relatively safely. So let's just try the Bulldoze play into the Dusclops and see if we can actually just deny Trick Room. Because I think I'm more afraid of the Trick Room than I am with Dragapult. Like, we brought that, the, what is it, the Dracovish on purpose, right? We brought the Dracovish on purpose, so we wouldn't really have to deal with it. Note that he's not Dynamaxing, right? He is not Dynamaxing with that Dragapult. So is he setting a screen? That would be really, really good for him. I think that'd be super cool to see a Light Clay Dragapult here. I mean, it would automatically end my life, but Draco Meteor, not going to do enough. It's going to do quite a bit, right? It's going to do quite a bit, but also note that I did not Dynamax. Sorry, I did not, like, waste my time targeting that guy. I'm going after the Dusclops, who I'm sure is setting Trick Room. I'm sure it's setting Trick Room. Hopefully, I can still get the KO here. Maybe next turn I have to protect Ice Beam or something like that, but I still think we're going to be in a pretty decent spot. But we'll see. We'll see. If I can KO this Dusclops, maybe we have shots. The thing that sucks overall is that my Dynamax is going to be down. So Dynamax trade for Dusclops, maybe not worth it. The Dragapult on that side of the board is relatively useless. We're going to see. I might have to, like, switch in my Dracovish. And remember, this is a rental code. This is rental code used by a player who's super, super good, which you all need to check out. Vizually, my guy. Link in the description. But I do think that, like, I really, really wish that, like, I had actual just, like, Dragon Rush. Because, like, I don't like going for the Outrage. I'd rather just go for a move that I know is going to hit. Let me just think about how I want to play this. So I think I am going to switch in there. Because, like, I don't think Ice Beam KOs that thing. Actually, let me just check my Melodic EV spread. I haven't really checked the EV spread on this thing. If it's, like, heavy special attack, I'll just Ice Beam. But I don't think that it is. Oh, it's full. Holy pog. Yeah, Ice Beam it up. Yo, see, I told you, Vizually, he knows everything. The EV spread master. We'll just go for an Ice Beam. We'll pop a Max Guard here. And then I'm sure we can one-shot the Duraludon. I know he was going for a Trick Room there. And you always got to look at that. You always got to look at it. Like I said, you looked at the potential for redirection, you know, which we completely mitigated by the use of Duraludon. We then looked at speed control. And we really, really did our best to deny his speed control. Hopefully this KOs. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure that was a Sash set. Maybe we'll be able to see after the game. The way he was playing it, it just screamed Sash to me. Doesn't really matter what he does here. Leech Seed, go for it. I'm probably switching that thing out this turn unless he sends out Rhyperior. Actually, even if he sends out Rhyperior, no, I should probably just switch it out. Melodic, like I said, this is a relatively sweepery Melodic, has like full special attack investment, so every single point of HP is going to be really important. If I get Protect baited and then like power whipped by the Parathorn, that's bad. There's Rhyperior, just had last Pokemon. Now let's see, we have Sirfetch'd. We have Sirfetch'd and Dracovish. Which one of these do I need more? I really like the Leaf Blade on here. I really like the Close Combat. I think I'm just going to switch the Dracovish in. I mean, I could go for the nuke. Actually, let's just go for the nuke on the Rhyperior. If he Max Guards and KOs one, I get a free switch into something else that can apply the same amount of pressure. Ooh, Muddy Water. I get to hit both. That's actually pretty nice. And then I think we are just going to go for the big G-Max Steel Spike. Let me actually think about this. I think I'm actually going to go for the... Oh, wait, this is not the freaking Wormwind. I was going to say get the attack drop. It's fine, I think. I think getting a defense boost is okay here. Proccing weakness policy is not going to matter on this type of board, right? It's really not going to matter on this type of board. I was going to say, though, that he has Solid Rock, so the fact that I'm hitting with a super effective attack would be mitigated by the use of Solid Rock to be dealing pretty much neutral damage. So in that situation, you kind of want a Wormwind there to get the attack drop on those things, so maybe they don't KO the Melodic. But we're going to be going for the defense boost. Maybe he won't be able to KO the Melodic with like a Ferrothorn Power Whip after the +1 special attack. Or sorry, after the +1 defense. But let's see. Right here, going to be going big Dynamax. He can totally Max Guard. Okay. Looks like I missed on the Rhyperior. Yo, absolutely never lucky. That's a +1. The never luckiest person you've ever seen in your life. That's what they always call me. That's what they've always called me, is the never luckiest person you've ever seen in your life. But the weakness policy... Duraludon, give me that one hit KO. I didn't even crit because I didn't even need it. Yo, I actually, you know what? I'm happy I missed that Muddy Water because it just shows that Duraludon is absolutely busted. Super busted. Go for your Leech Seed. See if I care. See if I care. I mean, I actually do care. But yeah, you can kind of see that weakness policy is pretty good. And we played this game very, very well. I think looking back at the team preview, we're going to reopen up the team preview. We really analyzed his win condition. Like I said, the first thing, always check for redirection, speed control, intimidates. If you want to start checking for other things, you can make a little bit of a checklist, but you can see like, oh, what are their common Dynamaxes? Maybe that'll start to turn into what are their common movesets, what are their common items, things like that, things you can be doing to play proactively. And you can play proactively by limiting your opponent's options, right? We played this game by saying, all right, cool, I'm going to deny your speed control at almost all costs. Like, if you want to go big on that Dragapult and Dynamax your Dragapult, you probably won't be able to KO my Duraludon even if you self-policy procced. Like, I tried my best to play around that, and, you know, he tried his best. He was even using a special Dragapult, which was even better in that situation, and it really didn't have an impact. He's probably just going to go for a Protect here. I should be able to live one tick of the Leech Seed on my Duraludon. And there it is. So he has to hit a double protect. We're at 31 HP. Leech Seed does a significant amount, but it should leave me at 10 or less. 10 or less HP, I would say. And then we do have that huge fighting type Sirfetch'd in the back. Dracovish is not that hot, but it's completely fine. I'm really surprised he didn't bring Conkeldurr. I am very surprised he didn't bring Conkeldurr, but, you know, we'll play around it. So let's see, 31 goes down to about 9 HP, so I was about right there. And let's see if he hits the big double protect. The big double. And we're actually going to nuke here. So you guys hit the double. You guys think he's going to get it? You guys think he's a little bit lucky? You guys think he's up all night to get lucky? Survey says. Looks like he's not even going for it. So it's a really good thing I didn't switch there, because I actually think, like, we can see how much damage he actually took from a full special attack melodic. We might not even KO. Well, let me get that flinch, though. Oh, it's almost like I played the game, chat. It's not like I even need the flinch, but the flinch there can deny the iron defense. It can deny a substitute there, which is actually super, super nice. We are going to tick out on our Duraludon, but, like, Dark Pulse flinch, like, Duraludon absolutely busted. And I think G-Max Duraludon is still the better of the two right now. Like, I talked about how Wormwind would have been better in that exact little niche situation, but the Depletion's actually really nice because it doesn't activate people's, like, Competitives and Defiance. And not activating those abilities, you can see we're using a Melodic right now. That's super important. So we're just going to send the Sirfetch'd out here. Remember that Sirfetch'd in this generation is a fighting-type Pokemon. I know it looks like a bird. It's not a flying type. It is a super fighting robot Sirfetch'd man. And we'll just go for the close combat. We should be able to grind him up. So pretty good first game, I would say. Yeah, like I'm also just waking up, so I'm a little bit rusty. But guys, also, if you guys haven't answered the question of the day yet, I know the DLC is coming out in, you know, it's coming out pretty soon. So, what Pokemon do you guys want to see me build around? Because I plan on doing a ton of, like, team building specific content. You know, like I've done that recent content where I used the Rillaboom and the Cinderace, and I kind of just took the Pokemon, and I showed you guys, like, a video where I built the whole team live around them on stream, talking about adding the correct Pokemon for the situation, adding the correct speed control at the right time, adding the right type coverage, type weaknesses, things like that. I think that stuff's super, super important, and I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to team build, and I feel that I can actually help people. I feel that, like, actually I can give people a lot of really, really good tips, things that you don't really know unless someone tells you. It's like, hey, you know what, you need to look out for this first, you need to look out for that first, you need to respect your opponent's ability to do that. And once you know what your once you know how to correctly respect your opponent's options, you can know how to make your own options look like things that they need to respect as well, which is the next step in being a really, really good team builder. I think that's the next step, is creating a bunch of illusions of things that your opponent has to respect, and it forces them to play around things that you actually can't even do. Kind of like this Melodic set, for example, like Vizually. He's the person who made the team. He made this Melodic, making it look in the team preview like it's that standard freaking Coil, Recover, Hypnosis Melodic. In reality, it's an enabler for his Drifblim. Sorry, that's how Sage's team works. It's an enabler for his Duraludon, right? So he tricks his opponents through the use of misdirection in the team preview and respecting options that he actually can't even follow through onto. So he can't play that, like, bulky rest. I keep saying rest. Recover, like, Melodic. He can't even play with that. But what he can do is enable his Duraludon, also protects his other physical attackers to do competitive. So it's a really cool way to play. Hopefully you guys answer that question of the day. And we're gonna get into another game. Here we go. All right, so we're going up into our next game. We see another Dragapult Togekiss. We see Corviknight, Sableye. Rillaboom's our main stand. So again, what are we checking first? We're checking for redirection. We see that on Togekiss. We're checking for speed control. We see that Corviknight potential Tailwind. We see the Airstream potential on Dragapult. We see the drum beating on the Rillaboom. We see Sableye, which is the speed control master. It gets the move Quash, right? Quash makes it so it can delay opponents' moves until like the last, no matter what type of speed control's up. There's a Trick Room up, there's a Tailwind up. Sableye can always deny them to going last. So that means I'm going to be really disincentivized in even going for speed control. I'm just going to kind of resign myself to going second until I can take out the Sableye. Now I can do that on the first couple turns of the game. Like I can lead like Dracovish and something to take out. Like I can go Whimsicott and Dracovish, hard switch out my Dracovish for T-Tar, block some damage there, and go for a Moonblast on the Sableye. Sableye's probably Sash, will get chicked up by the Sandstorm, and I'll be completely fine. I could go for things like that, but do I really want to tunnel on Sableye that hard? I don't know. I do not know. So let's see though. I am going to still bring Duraludon as my lead. I think because he has the redirection, because he has the big fake outs, because he has the big quashes, I'm just going to go Melodic because it's a great versus the Darmanitan, and Duraludon again, I think it's a very good play. I think Dracovish is still solid here, and we need one mod on the back, and I don't think it's going to be Sirfetch'd, but you know what? Let's bring Whimsicott. Whimsicott is a weird tech here, but again, you look at his team, it's Sableye, Dragapult, we have our big Sash mod. Whimsicott is super underrated when bringing it in the back. So what we're going to try and do is get rid of his Sableye early, potentially, maybe, who knows if we can. But I still think that Sash Whimsicott has decent trade value versus Darmanitan. It's good trade value versus Dragapult, good trade value versus the Sableye. It's not that great versus the Corviknights, but the rest of our Pokemon correctly should be able to take it out. Like Duraludon is pretty good versus Corviknight. Melodic's pretty good versus Corviknight. We can see the Grassy Surge activating from the hidden ability Rillaboom right here. And let's see, he's going to try to play around the fake out, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I don't know if I actually outspeed that guy. I don't think this Melodic does because it has 0 speed investment. So I think we're actually just going to switch in our Whimsicott to block that attack and just go for a big damaging attack onto the, am I really going to depletion? It'd be really good to go for the other one here. Yeah, this is fine. I think I'm going to depletion here. So we're going to try to get the Dragapult off the board. Dragapult shouldn't be able to one-shot me. And we're Dynamaxing, so we can't flinch us. You know, we could just go for the Draco. We could just go for something else. I actually don't want to get flinched by a fake out from the Rillaboom. So I'm going to switch in my Whimsicott, block the super big, crazy, like grass attack he's going to be slamming in my face. And I resist it, and I'm Sash, so I should be fine. I don't think he's nuking my Duraludon, but it's kind of hard to say. I think the Dragapult's going into the Duraludon, and I think the Rillaboom is going into the Melodic slot. I think that's the safest play here. We're going to be trading Dynamaxes. There's no real way that Dragapult can activate my weakness policy. Duraludon is a pretty decent check most of the time to physical Dragapult because we have that huge base defense, and Dragapult hits for Dragon neutral damage, Ghost neutral damage, things like that. I don't think he's going for a Phantasm though, unless he really wants to activate my competitive. And if he is doing all those things, that kind of tells me he's Jolly Rillaboom. Otherwise, Melodic could potentially outspeed. Rillaboom has 85 base speed, Melodic has 81. So he's going for the Phantasm. That tells me he's a full speed Rillaboom, which will really help me if I want to go for like a Tailwind nuke into him next turn. So let's see if this is a Sash Dragapult. We'll see if it's Orb Dragapult. Survey says, we'll see. Looks like no Orb. Awesome. So Woodhammer, again, super strong. This is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to almost clock my Sash. Almost activating my Focus Sash. That is ridiculous. That's a resisted attack. You know what's not resisted to this? It's going to do a lot. I really wish I could get an attack drop in this exact situation, but again, it's not the end of the world. We already get the one-hit KO on the Dragapult. You absolutely love to see G-Max Duraludon popping it off right now. Dragapults don't stand a ghost of a chance. If Dragapults are a problem for you, maybe think about trying out this Rental Code. It's actually pretty good. So we're going to restore some health, which is also super nice. You can see how fast this Rillaboom is over there. Now, depending on what he sends out, I can now go for a Tailwind here and then just start slamming in humongous damage into that Rillaboom, into whatever he has on the board. I have max mode for a couple more turns. I do have that defense drop on my Duraludon, so I have to respect that. We'll see. I want to see if it's Corviknight coming out right here. We'll actually see. Or if it's Sableye. See, he should be sending out Sableye here. Alright, Togekiss. That's completely fine. I have no problem with that. We're just going to set a Tailwind. These guys don't have those big priority moves, so I should be fine from Whimsicott eating damage, unless I'm going to get E-speeded by a Togekiss, which is definitely a possibility. I think I am still going to Steel Spike the Togekiss, because Togekiss is a lot more of a threat because it has that AoE special attacks. Rillaboom, while I do have a defense drop, it can't really do that much. He can totally protect Togekiss. I want to see if we're proccing the very here, or if we're activating weakness policy. I have to assume the weakness policy was on the Dragapults, but because he didn't take Life Orb damage and he wasn't Sash, so I have no clue what other item he could really be. But we'll see. I'm getting a defense boost here, which is really nice. And it looks like he's not Berry. Are we going to be seeing the weakness policy? What do you guys think? Survey says, nope. Yeah, I wonder what his big play is. I would like him to KO the Whimsicott here. That would actually help me out a lot. Knocking off. Awesome. That's so good. I'm really happy I didn't switch. I feel like I'm in a very, very good spot here now. I probably don't want to send out the Melodic because he'd be able to, you know, mess it up with the Rillaboom. And since I'm bested, I can't protect. We'll see. I think Dracovish is my other last mon. I think I can actually just one-shot the Togekiss with a Vicious Rend here. So I'm going to probably do that. I could also send out the Melodic and go Bulldoze, one-shot the what is it, the Rillaboom if I wanted, but I think that I can actually one-shot this Togekiss with a Vicious Rend from here. Vicious Rend gonna do big double damage if it hits first. And remember, it actually doesn't hit first if, yeah, it actually doesn't hit first if they use like a Protect or even Follow Me. But again, if he's using Follow Me, you can't redirect a Duraludon. So Togekiss wouldn't be doing that big damage back at me, and I should be able to almost one-shot this Rillaboom. We don't know anything about its item yet. It could still be bested, but I think you still just want to go for those defense boosts. You'll be in a good spot. I think I can one-shot the Togekiss. It looks like it's a little bit frail. So he's going for the Follow Me. Again, that's completely fine. I have no problem with that. I could have also went for an EQ here with my Scarf Dracovish if I really wanted to. But this should do almost enough. Yep, it's going to KO it next turn, I think. And let's see. Big damage. Alright, so it looks like he's probably on that best set then. He's probably on bested set. But again, we're getting more defense boosts. This is my last turn of Dynamax. So next turn, we should be able to pop the Togekiss. We should be able to, you know, do big damage, finish off the Duraludon, and we'll be in a really good spot. I think it's kind of smart of that guy to go for the Follow Me play. Remember, he's just trying to get these big ticks here from the grassy terrain. But let's see. Duraludon is so good, like, at pinning those redirection mons. Redirection is, I think, the #1 important... Like, this format is really redirection, the format. That's pretty much what it is. That's what VGC 2020 is. It's how to correctly redirect threat from your team, from your Dynamax mons. And I do think that, like, you know, it's pretty smart doing stuff like that. Let's see. I think Dracovish is still just going to be able to seal the deal here. We're going to be able to Vicious Rend block. We're going to be able to finish off the Rillaboom with the Flash Cannon here. And then we get to see his last mon. And I don't think his last mon is one. Oh, we didn't KO. That's really bad. That might lose me the game, actually. I think that might actually lose me the game. Because this is my last turn, and he locked off my Scarf. I thought we were KO there. Yeah, the power of Grassy... power of Assault Vest Rillaboom is just crazy. I think this is my last Tailwind. That was my last Tailwind turn, right? Oh, does I have one more? Oh, thank my lucky stars. All right, so we have one more turn of Tailwind then. That still sucks. Good thing is, though, I can use different moves now. So, like, I can actually just Earthquake. I know there's a Grassy Terrain here, but I think it would still KO the Rillaboom. And, oh, I wouldn't activate my weakness policy. That's fine. We'll just Vicious Rend then. Vicious Rend there. Flash Cannon here. But, yeah, being able to mix it up now. Pretty nice. He's going for Protect on Togekiss. He went for the Double Protect. Yo, I appreciate the chance at Double Protect. We appreciate those. But yeah, that Rillaboom, super spicy set. I wonder what its exact EVs are to be able to mitigate this much damage from my big Duraludon. So we get a double KO. He has one mon left. I still have my Melodic in the back. It still has its Assault Vest. I have 2 itemless Pokemon, and he's about to run out of Grassy Terrain turns. I might even be able to, like, protect my Duraludon, go for big EQs if I really want to, if it's something that I might need to do. We also have Melodic, can come in and go for like mud shots and stuff like that. So we'll see. I think we still have a really good chance at winning this game. You know, my ability is pretty useless on my Duraludon because he only has 1 Pokemon left. Yo, if there was one Pokemon that could bring something like this back, I think it's Darmanitan. Darmanitan is so busted, guys. It's so busted. Let me actually think about this. So the Rens, this is not going to be going first because I don't have speed control. But I'm thinking about just using Outrage. Like, it's a 1 point... Strong Jaw is my ability, and it boosts the power of Vicious Rend by 1.3. And that means that Outrage is actually stronger. Outrage is actually stronger. And so we're just going to go for Outrage instead. Because also, seeing the move Outrage used in games is actually hilarious. He goes for the Rock Slide. Yo, he's trying to take me all the way to Flinchtown. Remember, Darmanitan with the huge Guerrilla Tactics. Being able to get big flinches. Yo, Guerrilla Tactics means big flinches. It means he has effectively a Choice Band and a Choice Scarf active at the same time. I think he has to flinch me like 8 times to be able to get this one out. And you know what? I applaud him for going for it. Look at this man playing to his outs. Let's see if he can play to those crits as well. Survey says Outrage. The big O. The big O Outrage. Yo, it's almost going to be enough. And let's see, Flash Cannon. Yo, you got me. You flinched me twice. Not this time. We're going to take those big wins. We take those absolutely humongous wins. And again, I just want to say, this team is super, super nice. There's links to the rental code in the description of the video. I implore you guys to check out this team. Remember, this is the former rank 1 team in the world as used by Vizually. Links to his channels in the description of the video. This guy is so good at Pokemon. He makes the absolutely best teams. And so, you know, like if you're ever playing Pokemon, right? If you're ever playing Pokemon and you just get rolled by someone that's like, oh, I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I can't believe that they Dynamaxed that Pokemon. Maybe try rental codes from some really, really established players. We have a lot of rental codes on this channel as well. There's links to rental codes that I've made in our Discord. You can check the link in the description in there to our Discord. But trying out the rental codes, and especially rental codes where people run down how to play the teams, I think this stuff is super important. A lot of people don't really understand from just seeing a rental code sometimes how the team is supposed to be played, how to play a team patiently. The one thing we did in this game and the game before was we played the team very, very, very patiently. And I think that's a skill that everyone can work on before the DLC comes out. So hopefully you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.